for tuning in for another exciting episode of Technology Tuesday. So glad to have you here for another show, another Tuesday, another resources, all the good stuff that you've come to know and love. And I want to shout out our syndication partners. Thank you guys for tuning in. Listen, if you are watching, put hashtag live. If you're watching us live, let us know you're there. If you are checking out the replay, hit hashtag replay and let us know. Please feed that Facebook algorithm so that we get that engagement. That really helps out our show. Thank you very much. So with that, I want to thank our syndication partners for being a partner with us and allowing our show to show up in your groups. Thank you very much. And if you are seeing our show in a group, make sure you invite someone to that group. Help us grow these groups by inviting someone you know who would enjoy being in that group with you. With that, we are going to jump right into a message from a good friend of mine, Lefty.
Hey guys, I want to give a big shout out to my tech Jedi, Greg Russell. He knows anything and everything when it comes to the tech world. I was somebody that was very website illiterate, and he just made the process so smooth and easy for me where it had allowed me to build an awesome landing page, which till this day I'm getting compliments on. So Greg, thank you very much. If you are looking for somebody to set up a CRM for you, get a website, landing page, or any other tech needs of yours, you've got to jump on a call with Greg. He is the man.
All right. That's a great message from Lefty. Welcome, everybody. Technology Tuesday. Every week, Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll find us here. You know who it is. Greg Russell in the building and myself, Jerry Franklin Poe, here every week to provide you with the proper knowledge, the proper solutions, so you can create the revenue in your business and also save time with the technology tools that are going to be profitable for you. We have a great show in store for you today. Greg has some new segments for us, but we also have some tools and some updates about some software changes that have happened recently that we believe all of you should be aware of. Is that right, Greg?
That's right. All right, here we go. All right, man. Thank you for tuning in. Listen, before we get started, I want to just bring up something that we talked about in a past episode in another show. And that was, and I'm just bringing this up because I had some clients of mine reach out to me about this. But recently we talked about an A2P 10DL change in the industry that was affecting text messages. And we tried our best to let everybody know ahead of time. And now that we're several weeks later, it is really kicking in and people are noticing that their text messages aren't going through. So if you are using text message marketing in your business, it doesn't matter which platform you are on, they are all affected by it. And so you want to make sure that you have done the applications and things you need to so that you can get those text messages going through. The wait process right now is probably several months. So you may be out of being able to send out those messages for several months at this point. So if and it's only going to get longer. Hopefully they can speed it up. But just FYI, make sure you guys, if you're doing text message marketing, you take care of that. If you have no idea what I'm talking about and you do use text messaging and you need that information, hit me up in the Facebook group at technologytuesday.com and I'll send you the information you need. All right, Jerry, so let's talk about it, man. What's up?
Hey, man, it's all good, brother. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be back in the show live and sharing with the people.
Yes, sir. All right, man. So we're going to dive into our first segment, which is all about, hey, what you reading? All right, so listen, guys. I'm reading The YouTube Formula. Boom! And it's by Daryl Eves. And this is a really good book all about how to set up and monetize your YouTube channel. And so if you're not familiar, a lot of people are creating content via YouTube videos and then monetizing it. And it's a strategy to do it. And he covers that strategy in the book. And I think that it's very unique because in the book, he starts going back in the history of how YouTube came to be and explains and breaks down why you need to do it a certain way, understanding the history of it. So I don't know if you know this, Jerry, but do you know how YouTube first got started? What was its first initial idea or concept?
I'm you refresh my memory. I think it was about a way to somehow show short clips or split up clips online, but I could be mistaken.
No, sir. So listen, YouTube in its first original format was a dating site, right? And they wanted to get girls to post their videos of them for, to get dates. And they even tried to pay girls to get to post the videos. They would pay them like $9 to post a video, and it just wasn't picking up. So it's interesting the history to learn like where it had come from, and it's crazy to think that how big and successful it is now, that it started as completely something different. And in your entrepreneurial journey, sometimes the direction you may think you're going is not the direction you may end up. So be open to, because they were open to, okay, this isn't working, but the people who did post videos, what was that? And they studied it, and they realized that people just wanted to post videos about the things they're doing, and so they changed
Right.
directions. So it's a really interesting story, understanding the history of YouTube, but also understanding how the monetization, where it started and where it is today, about how you can get basically advertisers, and how the advertisers are hooking up with the creators, and how they're getting paid, and basically ads on your videos is how you're getting paid. And he goes through how to set that up. And so there's two aspects of YouTube, right? There's that aspect where you're just a content creator, creating content to get paid based for the views that people are watching, and then also using YouTube as a way to get clients by the actual content within your videos. So there's two aspects to it, and I think that in today's time, you must have a video strategy as a part of your overall marketing strategy, especially now with the ability to create YouTube shorts. Like, we've been cutting up these videos and making shorts with them, and that's why right now, just so you guys know a little backstory, why we, on this particular segment, why we took out the branding, so that when we create the shorts, it doesn't conflict with the the words coming up on the screen for the short. So we go back and forth, so we have some of that content just for the short. So the book that I'm reading, and I highly recommend, is The YouTube Formula by Daryl Eves. It's Amazon, and it's also on Audible. You can get it, read it, and or listen to it.
Yep,
That's what I'm reading. Jerry, any questions or thoughts about the YouTube formula?
Yeah, man. I think that number one, not only learning how to use YouTube in a more profitable way for your business, but also looking at the business lessons in the journey, how you have to pivot sometimes because one thing may not be working. And instead of just doing the regular routine over and over, to follow, I was having this conversation with someone earlier today about routine versus results. And some people get so caught up in the routine and just think that, oh, because I'm doing this, it's okay. But what you're doing isn't actually producing anything. So you might have to switch the routine in order to get to the results that you really desire. And that's what they did. They weren't getting what they were expecting. They looked at how the marketplace had shifted, what the marketplace was telling them, and they followed the trends.
Yes, sir. I love that. Listen, I think somebody should put that in the comments. What was it? Routine versus results. There it is. Routine versus results. Yeah, I totally agree. I think that's dope. All right, man. Listen, we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna head over to our next segment with our resident IT specialist, Mr. Howard Globus, with Be Safe Out There.
Thanks, Greg. Always happy to be here with you. So we all want to stay safe online. Now, I got to ask, though, do you know where your documents are? Now, I'm not talking about things like your social security card and your life insurance policy, though it is important to know where those things are as well. I'm talking about things like your internet service provider's password and username. Well, that might actually be on your cable bill or your Verizon Fios bill. So maybe you know that one off the top of your head. Great. How about your backup provider? Well, what am I talking about? You do have a backup provider, right? Somebody who's backing up your email, your documents, those kinds of things. Okay, let's put that off to the side. What about your Apple Care product information or your warranty information for your PC? You have those documents available, right? No? Okay, well, if you take your laptop over to Best Buy to have it serviced, you get a form back from the Geek Squad and they have information. You have a copy of that, right? Okay. So the reason why I'm asking you about these documents and the reason why we talk about making sure that these documents are someplace safe is it makes it so much easier that when you have a problem, you can recover from that problem. Now, why does that happen? It happens because you're going to be asked for some basic information, things like your name, your address, your phone number, but they're also going to ask for things like your account number. And if you have a warranty ID, if you have a serial number, that information should all be serialized someplace in a file or folder that you can go back to and look at. Ideally, you want to have a copy of it electronically, but also I would have a backup paper copy just in case you lose power or you have a flood or a fire. You can go ahead and recover that stuff. That's another way that we can help to keep ourselves safe online. So remember, make sure you know where your documentation is for all of your electronic things. And at the same time, probably your health insurance and your healthcare proxy too. For the small business that needs a big business solution, make sure you're staying safe. Stay safe out there.
All right, Howard, thank you for another awesome segment there. Really appreciate that. All right, so hey, man, we want to share some resources with you guys that we think you might really, really enjoy. I got another AppSumo deal that I want to share with you. And since we talked about YouTube with the What You're Watching series and the YouTube formula, I'm going to share some resources with you that can help you with that video production process. So the first one I want to share with you is called Shoutout. And this is right now, at the time of this recording, on AppSumo for $70, $69. Regular is about $350. And basically what it does is it helps you create branded content. And what attracted to me to this particular one is that it allows you to get YouTube testimonial, not YouTube, but video testimonials. You get video testimonials from your clients, and then it'll brand it for you, and it allows you to mix and edit it right in there. And a lot of times, sometimes we can get a testimonial. We can just, grab our phone if we're there in person. We can send people links. There's other places where you can send people a link and they can record a video. You can get them to say something on Zoom, right? You pop up Zoom, and you can then edit that part out. But then you can send it to Shoutout, and Shoutout will allow you to brand your video content, mix in B-roll. I would check out the video, but this is one of those tools that you should have in your arsenal. It is called Shoutout, and it is currently on AppSumo. Definitely check it out if you're doing anything with video to make this process easier and quicker, because once you set up the assets like your logo and your colors and stuff, you just pop the video in there and it puts it on there right away. You don't have to then go edit every single video. So this is a massive time saver when it comes to editing videos. Again, this is called Shoutout, and it's on AppSumo, and it's only going to be there for a few more days. So make sure if you're interested in it, you go check it out right now. All right, cool. The other one, you had a question?
I think I was looking at this one, and I might be mistaken, but I think this one will allow you to create videos. So if you have clients, not just for yourself, but if you have clients that you're creating videos for, you could then also sell those videos that you create for your clients.
Yes.
I think it has if you get up one of the higher tiers, not the basic tier for 69, but the higher tiers, I think it lets you create an agency account.
Let's take a quick look while we're here. Okay, so yeah, so the higher tier, which goes all the way up to three tiers, right? I was gonna see if there's any more, but you get three tiers, and it has agency mode for child accounts. So basically, now you can then create these child accounts for your clients, and you can get 50 of them. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Webhooks. Listen, that's a great catch, Jerry. That the bigger tier gives you way more options. So if you're looking at doing it for more than just yourself, look at that 3-tier model and see if that's something might be interested to you. That's a great catch, Jerry. I appreciate that. All right, cool. So the next one I want to share with you guys is one that we talked about previously, but and it was just a recommendation, but I went ahead and got it, and I can tell you, it was a good investment. Just let me pull it up and I'll share it with you. But it is basically it's called Big View, and the Big View basically allows you to work with your computer and your mobile device to be able to create videos easily. So it has AI built into it, so it'll give you a video script which you can then send to your phone, and the phone has a teleprompter on it, so when the camera comes up right on your phone, the words are right there, so you can look right at your phone, read the script with enthusiasm, and have a nice video that you can shoot right on your phone. So it's a teleprompter. It has AI built in. It will do captions as well. It's a really powerful tool that I got, that if you're going to be creating video, and short form video gets a lot of attention right now, you can create these really short 1 minute, 1.5 minute clips with AI to just pump out content with short form video. So if you want something that's going to make it easier for you, you can definitely check out Big View. I got it, and I highly recommend it. It is one of those products and services that I'm glad I got, and it can make these videos creation for anybody super easy, especially if you need help with knowing what to say, because the AI is going to give you a script and you can just read it. A lot of times when people hold up that camera to themselves and they have to start talking off the top of their head, it can be challenging. Well, this takes that away from you by giving you the script right there, and you can set the speed of it so that it'll scroll. It's a great service, has lots and lots of features. I highly recommend you guys check out Big View. Now, Big View is no longer in AppSumo, so if you want it, you're going to have to just get it directly, and we talked about this before, there are ways to find people who are selling their AppSumo deals, and here's why. A lot of times you get we see things that we like, and we see things that we want, we think can help us, and we invest in it, and sometimes we never get around to it. Sometimes it just wasn't what we wanted, because a lot of times some of these products are in their first early stages, and then a lot of times for most entrepreneurs, they're not used to being able to get things at a discount like that, so they give in to that fear of missing out, and so they rack up quite a few of these AppSumo deals. I know I have plenty. Jerry, how many do you have?
That's not even talking about that.
Jerry don't even want to talk about it. So so what we're going to do
My wife might watch this.
So what happens is there's Facebook groups out there that are dedicated to people who want to sell their AppSumo deals, and you can go in these groups and you can look for things. So a lot of times, if it's not something they are using or plan to use, or something that they really didn't like it, they're willing to let it go. So you can find those groups, and if you need help finding them, if you come to our group Technology Tuesday and you ask and you tag me, I will help you find those groups. So again, it's a great way. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there's probably some that I'm willing to let go. And I'm not really looking to make a profit. I'm just getting my money back, So a lot of times, some people want to make a profit, and some people, like myself, may be like, you know what, I'm not using this. It's been a year. I still haven't used it. Let me let it go and just get my money back. So a lot of times you can find some of these things that are no longer in AppSumo in other places if you're willing to look. So that is what's up with the resources. Jerry, have you tried Big View?
I have the I believe I got 2 tiers. I bought the 2-tier system, and yeah, I've tested it out. I haven't put it into the rotation of using it every single day or heavy usage, but yeah, it was definitely one of those things. I saw it, and I bought 2 codes to get to that second level tier because I saw the potential and the possibilities. It's one of those I didn't want to slip away.
Yeah, I didn't want it to slip away either. So I'm glad I got it, and I highly recommend you guys go find it and get it any way you can. All right, cool. So now, hey man, I want to talk to you about something when it comes to these AppSumo deals. Something I want to bring to everyone's attention, and it's something that I've noticed. What happens if you purchase an AppSumo deal and then that company um, gets bought
It's
out by
bought out.
another company, right? What
Mm-hmm.
happens if they get sold? What if they? I know, Jerry, you had an experience. Let's talk about your experience, and then I'll share with you our experience.
Right. So when we talk about AppSumo, and first of all, AppSumo is not the only company or organization out there that sells lifetime deals, LTDs, right? That's just one option, but there's a lot of other places out there, Stack Socials, another, just throwing out a name. So the hope is that you have this thing forever. In my experience, I learned, I won't say the hard way, but I learned that forever isn't always forever. So some people's idea of lifetime isn't the lifetime that you were hoping for, but the lifetime that they redefined. So I had an AppSumo um, service that I had acquired probably like a year and a half or 2 years ago, and I was contacted by a company that bought them out. Actually, this has happened twice, Greg. The first time it happened, and the company that bought out or they sold their service to, they just made a smooth transition. Like, hey, we got bought out by this company. The new name is this. You can switch your account over. Click here to register. Everything is good. So they accepted you on the new platform. Like, hey, we're getting rid of this old platform, going to a new platform. So in my mind, I was like, oh, lifetime is for a lifetime. But the second time that it happened, and we're not gonna mention company names because we don't want to send any negative stigmas out there in the industry, but basically they told me that the lifetime of this deal has expired. So like the lifetime product is now dead, and that they weren't going to honor the lifetime deal, and if you wanted to continue to use the service on their new platform, it was going to be a monthly service. And I was like, nah, I'm cool. We can go ahead and have a funeral, and we'll memorialize that product because I'm not gonna have to be paying for it every single month. Now, fortunately, I had found an alternative that was still a lifetime deal because AppSumo itself, I'm a member of what they call the Plus membership on AppSumo, and they had already created a similar um, option for this. So for those who were wondering what am I talking about, this was one of those services where you put your link in the bio. So if you're in Instagram or whatever, and you have a link, you can only put one link in there, and you create Linktree is another one of these services, but Linktree is a monthly fee. So I had found another option where you can do the same thing as with Linktree, but it was a lifetime deal. And then AppSumo create their own one called Sleek Bio, which is similar. So Sleek Bio you get for free as being a member of their Plus club, their Plus membership. So I had already found an alternative. So I was cool. I was cool when they said that my deal had no longer value for them. That I was cool. I had already found an alternative. So it's not like everything is going to, be terrible. Sometimes you can find another alternative because there is duplication in some of these services.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad that worked out for you. And I think that, and so when I started researching this, my question was like, well, what happens if a company gets bought out? And from your experience and over the time, AppSumo has changed their policies
Yep,
where
they create a new benefit.
a new benefit for, and it's just for
Plus members.
the plus members. So check this out, and this is
Yep.
important because um, if you purchase these AppSumo deals, some of them are going to be really really valuable to your business, right? Some of them are going to be really really valuable, and you want to make sure you keep that. So basically, if you're a plus member, they added a benefit where The benefit is if you purchase a product through AppSumo and that product gets bought out by another company, their agreement is that they have to honor it or refund your money, right? So, but that's only for the plus members with AppSumo. So I had purchased one um, years ago, one that turned out really really well for me. I purchased a product called Hopin, and the reason why we're bringing this up right now is because Hopin just got bought out, and we will share it right quick.
And when you're bringing that up, Greg, just so people know, this when we talk about these AppSumo deals, it's not something we're not affiliates of AppSumo. We're not profiting from this. It's part of this Hopin experience that Greg had. Is one of the reasons why we talk about this. When Greg got Hopin, we had no idea how big Hopin was going to become. I mean, it became a major platform, a major player in terms of having online events. And when Greg first picked it up, we just thought it was like, oh, let's just give it a try. And then once it went off of AppSumo, it became something that people were subscribing to and coming out their pocket hundreds and hundreds of dollars every single month. So he caught it at the right time. So that's one of those things with AppSumo. You can get something that eventually like blows up and becomes a product or service that everybody uses that you no longer have to pay for.
That's right. Yeah. So Hopin, Hopin bought out StreamYard, and so now Hopin owns StreamYard, and StreamYard's a very popular streaming service, online streaming service like we're streaming right now. But it's event features, events and sessions, which is a part of an event, got acquired by Ring Central, and so that's what sparked this conversation. Like, yo, Hopin just got acquired, or these two pieces of it got acquired. Which, when it first started out, that was the only two pieces it was. It was just they didn't have StreamYard and these other two Superwave or whatever streamable. They didn't have those. They just had the events platform. And so, what Jerry was talking about, when I got it, we started putting on all these events over between 2020 and 2021 during the pandemic. We put over well over 70 different events, close to over 100 different events with this platform, and it really really took my business in a whole nother direction because I was able to get this platform and not have to pay the traditional fees with it because I got it early. So Jerry, I thank you for mentioning that about the we're not affiliates of Hopin, and we just do it because we know we can share people some things that can really help their business. So listen, man, I hope you guys really take to heart these deals, and watch your back, because at the end of the day, it's business, and you got to make sure that you put yourself in the best position to take advantage of the things you can take advantage of. And with that, we want to wrap up another episode of Technology Tuesday. Jerry, thank you for joining me again, my friend. Go ahead and take us out.
All right, Greg, I look forward to this every single week, and I hope those who are watching look forward to it too. So in the comments, share with us. Let us know what segment you like, what something that you learned from Howard or myself or Greg this week that was, a big takeaway, a big aha for you. Just give us one little nugget that you got from the show, put into the comments. And again, we'll see you every single Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Technology Tuesday. And if you're not a member of the group, as Greg said earlier, go join us at technologytuesday.com so we can share the resources that you need during the week, answer questions for you, and you can collaborate with other members, because you may not realize how many folks are there that could have similar experiences, and you can learn from them as well. So until next time, my friends, God bless and have a great week.